But the thing is, I think
Oh, here we
what I
go.
like about this trial, this, Aaron, this would be a good one to share this with you because
Try it now.
we're good now. All right, great. This is what the cover crop looked like that he did. And it's a bio system or bio, I call it bio, that plant right where he's gonna plant, where it's drilled. He does a strip till system. Jay, you definitely could comment about this as you go along, but the idea, he has an all precision applied RTK. The drill is set up same width as your corn planter, right? Is that what I'm saying that? So everything's lined up. So the brassicas and the clovers are going right where he's gonna plant next year. And in between, he's got oats that's kind of in between, so he's got a shut offs that puts it in a certain position. The brassicas and clover mix, and you can see this stand was beautiful. It's probably knee high by the late fall, whatever, you know, had really a lot of good growth to it. So this is a good kind of photo right here, this real awesome photo that Jay was willing to share with me. And what's next?
It's so beautiful, it doesn't want to change.
Nope, it doesn't.
Let's just leave it. Let's just leave it at that. Everyone go home.
Exactly.
Oh, I don't know why. Now try it.
There you go.
It has to have that thing up there.
So previous crop was sweet corn. Planted early for sweet corn, short season crop, got it off in August. And then cover crop was planted around early September. They also imported manure from a neighboring farm, about 10,000 gallons, surface applied, not injected, not worked in, put on top. Part of it is that they don't inject in fall because you don't need ammonia capture. Our thinking is that way. We don't want to disturb our soil because we like to no-till, you know, low disturbed tillage system. And when I based on that calculation, the manure credit from that is about only 35 units. If I inject it, it'd be about 90 units of that. However, when you think about capturing 90 units of that in the fall, where's that nitrogen gonna go? Because it's gonna leach according to winter conditions, right? It's gonna flush away. I heard one of Professor Cornell said that New York State is known as a toilet bowl. Every fall, everything flushes away. So it's kind of questionable about having nitrogen available in the fall. Is it gonna be there next spring? Likely not, maybe, but something to keep in mind. My estimated credit of nitrogen credits from that, I'm probably maybe. What was that? Somebody being yawning in the background. Organic matter was like 2%, about 20 units from that. The thing about the cover crop, next spring, there's not much left over. It was like completely dead. Maybe a little bit of brassicas were there. The clovers were not there, right? It looked like it smothered. It looked like Jay went out there and sprayed a Roundup or glyphosate that last fall. He didn't do that. It was completely brown dirt. You can see residual of the cover crop, but a lot of it smothered over. I've seen that with heavy cover crops. Looked like you thought, wow, there's gonna be a lot there next spring. A lot of that winter kills for whatever reason, whatever smothers, whatever. It did not do that well. But here's the mixes that we used. And keep up with the biozone. That's the picture I show all the mixes going right where they're gonna plant next year. We got the crimson clover, burn sitting clover, and turnips at 2 pounds. 2 pounds of turnips is a lot of seed. That's my opinion, is too much. I think you should be down to maybe half a pound, 3/4 pound rate. But that's why you see the photo there, how much turnips look like. There's clover there, but you had to almost peel it back to see the clover. It smothered it, yes. It's very aggressive. It all compete oats, will all compete rye. It's just amazing how quickly that species takes off and smokes everything out of the picture. If you didn't know it was oats, I like oats. Oats is one of my favorite cover crops. I like what it does for the soil profile, but it may not winter. Obviously, it's not going to overwinter. It'll die off as well. Okay. This is our yield goal based on yields. Historically, we had like 240 bushels, and for every bushel you need a pound nitrogen. Easy math, but corn adapted 1.05, so that's why I put down 250 pounds needed. Strip till, in other words, put the nitrogen down below the seed, about 30 gallons. For every gallon, it's about 3 pounds of nitrogen. So 93 units. Starter, it's roughly 20 gallons of 1034-0. A little bit of in furrow as well. Bottom line, at planting, rate in the zone was 118 units of nitrogen. So you can do the math difference. It's not going to be enough nitrogen to provide for that crop based on that yield goal. Keep that in mind, all right? Here's another photo right here. Yeah, you can see the clovers right down here in this mass. And the oats right between here, and obviously the brassicas were just crushing everything out there, okay? But brassicas usually will overwinter. In this case, it did not. Any comments on that, Joe? Why would this survive or it doesn't survive? You know, I don't know. But that's what it is in this
Do we
case.
have a guess? Somebody?
I feel like sometimes when they're too densely planted that you get less overwinter.
Good point.
Or if it's fall rows, if it's gone too far, then it like if it's smaller in the rows that like smaller stature have more, I think winter hardy.
Okay. Okay. So the winter just goes out.
Beat some of that.
Oh, gosh. I guess the comments was saying that it gets so much size to it, it's more susceptible to a winter kill. If you got too much population, they kind of crush each other. It doesn't overwinter. Could be. You know, that's good points. Something we can learn from. That's one thing about doing this. The more you know, the less you know. It's this a biological system, and we are learning something new every year and learning what can we get out of this? What kind of my concepts are going to get better at what we're doing.
Dave, that wind chill issue and snow cover. I mean, the luck of the draw.
The wind chill factor, yep. You know, this area, we didn't get much winter last year. I don't know, did they ever freeze? I mean, seriously, did the ground ever really freeze last year either? I don't think we got much. You know, I don't know. That's part of the reason I think a lot of this nitrogen did not leach on this last winter too as well. But I'm gonna show you how we did this trial. Right here, we replicated it 4 times. 4 different rates of nitrogen was applied. So you got like, right here is like a 30-gallon rate here. There's a 10-gallon rate of nitrogen side dress. So there's 4 different rates of nitrogen. We put the nitrogen all up front, all the same rate. Then side dressing 3 different rates of nitrogen, and then 4 of them were where no nitrogen was applied. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right, so different rates then. Per gallon is about 3 pounds of nitrogen. So 10 gallons, 33 units, 20, 60, 30, 90 units. Okay. And then we harvest it. And I had my tech, Jason Post, collected yield data from the John Deere monitoring system. In between the zones, we threw that data out. Okay, so the data here is captured with all the different zones. You can see all the different rates of that and stuff like that. And then this is what the yield map shows. Reds would be less yield, blues would be high yield zones, things like that. Okay. So here's the results. Okay, remember the map, right? Here's the check. Here's the bushels collected. This is the acres. So it's quite a significant amount of acres. Not just a simple strip of whatever. We got quite a bit of acres right there. And here's the yield right here. So check yield with no nitrogen applied side dressing around about 260 bushels. Beyond what our yield goal was. Where we put some nitrogen down, it topped off about 266 to 263 to 266 range. Okay.
Wait. The highest rate is the bottom one?
Correct.
No.
The lowest right here, 30 gallons, we got this. So 90 units of nitrogen, right? And this is what their yields right here, okay? So here's the rate applied. And here's the yields. Interesting, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. I like looking at this data because you know what? This is return, not like long-term investment. We think of cover crop, long-term investment, long game. What can we get out of it this year? Can they give me a payback and use a return? I'm not depending on the government to pay me out to do this. I'm using this for real pocket money for a return. Just another rule of thumb, nitrogen prices 60 cents a unit, 75, it's about 75 cents a unit. I'm thinking of 75 last spring, right? Is that a fair number? Don, I don't know if you want to comment. Is that 75 cents a range? Was a buck. Now it's down to 60, I think, right now. But just some numbers to keep in mind. Okay. So, return investment. Yes, we did get a return, a little more yields if I put some nitrogen down. Did it pay off to do that side dressing pass? Okay, 6 bushels at $5 a bushel. That was about $30 an acre. I use UAN at 75 cents per unit. But it's definitely coming lower. I just use it based on last spring prices. So to side dress it at 10 gallons. Oops, it's gonna cost me about a little better than $20 per acre. Here's the application cost. Run it over to put the nitrogen, about $10 per acre. Is that about a fair figure? Yeah, 9 cents Jason. Yep, we agree with that. So the return on investment, losing money. In that case, in that study. Okay. So I did the math here again. This is how much nitrogen is needed. At 260 bushel, I need that much more nitrogen from that. It's coming from somewhere, biological or synthetic or whatever. And if we got this much put up front between the zone builder and starter and pearl, about 118 pounds, we definitely had dry conditions since last fall. Even though it winter killed it, got smoke, it all died. It didn't leach away. Coming from the cover crop, it's still there. The manure and manually chapter like that. So I come up with 155 units came from something. I'm sure it all contribute, all come together. You got something from the organic matter. You got some credits from the manure. Cover crop, I said 40 units. I guess I underestimated that. Or maybe if I add all these 3 ingredients here, I still need another 60 units from somewhere. So one of the thoughts I had, is there a synergy effect from the manure and the cover crop working together that's giving more nitrogen application out of that? I'm just asking questions. I don't know the answer to this. It's biology. I wish, the only thing that frustrates to me is agronomist. Nitrogen is very elusive. How much nitrogen do I need to grow that crop? It can swing. Dr. Harold Van Ness explained to me, you can have 80 to 90 pounds of nitrogen swing from one year to another year based on what kind of weather you have that during the season. We have models that can help us with that, but it's a hard thing to predict. Then you throw a cover crop in here and whatever, all these different things. It's hard. I wish I had a better number to say, yep, we can kind of expect this from this. I don't know that I have all the answers to that yet. Maybe there's some tools out there that say, yep, I got this much cover crop, maybe do some biomass measurement, but we need to come up with something to give us better fine tuning and how to get this end down to a rate where we need to be at. So this is an awesome trial to look at. There's a lot to learn from, and we need to continue to keep Joe paid up well to figure these things out for us. So, and that's all I have for now for this. I'll turn over to Aaron.